Hello everybody, this is Tales of Firaga. I'm asleep right now. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV on Game Boy Advance. In the last episode, we cleared the Tower of Zot, defeated Barbarissia, the Elemental Lord of Wind, and also defeated the Magus Sisters, and Tella is dead. Grandpa is dead. Give me a D, give me an E, give me an A, give me a D. Anyway, before we set off on our next adventure, wherever we may be going, I do want to stock up on a few items first. Did I already get the things from here? Yes, I did. I believe this is an item shop. No, that's not an item shop. Okay, there should be an... hold on. It's an inn. Oh, the item shop's right across the street. I'm used to item shops being within the inns themselves, but yeah, whatever. This is fun, I guess. Okay, we're gonna be buying a lot of Phoenix Downs, and there is a good reason for this. Because we're also going to be fighting a very annoying boss that deals a lot of damage. So, in the last episode, you may know that Cain was talking about the crystals, and how there's a set of crystals in the underworld. A set of dark crystals to, you know, kind of be a counterbalance to our light crystals. And if we set, you know, the airship right here, well, this looks like a nice quaint land, doesn't it? I mean, there's a forest and a nice little town. Agart. Let's talk to you. This is Agart. The people here all share the same lineage. Our ancestors were dwarves. That's funny, because my mom's ancestry was probably dwarves, given how short she is. Yeah, that was probably a joke in bad taste, but let's see, there's phases, the moons, constellations, Koryo's observatory. Talking about some odd activity on the moon. Koryo, I studied the two moons, one of which has been showing some strange activity out of late. One moon is no sign of life or activity, but the other has traces of life and is turning a reddish color. A color similar to that of blood. I can't escape this sense of foreboding. And if we look into the telescope, we can actually see the moon. Very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah, well, that probably was legitimately exciting for some point in time. This is where the game starts talking about the moon a lot. And this game talks about the moon a lot. So, roll around, try to find... I think there's an equipment shop? Yes, there is. Okay, because I want to buy some more equipment. I want to buy some armor, so let's get an iron helm for Cid, iron armor for Cid, iron gloves for both Cid and Cecil, and yeah, this should work actually. And I believe the next shop over we have some weapons. By the way, something I didn't realize in the last episode, Rosa wasn't actually equipped with anything, so we're going to be giving her some ice arrows, a feathered cap, Gaia's gear should work, and give her the ruby ring. Let's see, let's give that. More item equipping, more items than you can shake a stick at. If that stick was made of items, oh, snap. So with that iron armor that Cid now has, he's going to take a lot more damage from melee attacks. But on the bright side, he's... Oh, naming way is in here. Okay, I was wondering what was in there, but Cid will also be taking less damage from melee attacks, which is going to be a good thing. Or so you'd think. Behind this door lies a sacred well that has been here for generations. Its depth remains unknown. So what do we do when we find a deep well like this? You know that thing where you drop a rock, then a really long fall, and see how long it takes? Let's do that. Bad idea. What? So for some reason, dropping a magma rock down a well causes a volcanic eruption of sorts. It looks much more impressive on the DS version, but I've gotta stop talking about the DS version of the game. So now that that's all over with, you weren't outside before. Well, you were outside before technically, but anyway! Woo-ha! So this is a hole. And we're going into the whole thing. Right, so what is this place that we have just gotten into? Welcome to the underworld. The Red Wings. And there's tanks on the left, Red Wings on my right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. More importantly, stuck in the middle with an airship that is getting exploded upon. That can't be good. Who are they fighting? I'm gonna bust through the line, hang on. You know what the best thing to do when two factions are duking it out in a war? Fly an airship through them. Sounds simple, right? That probably was not a terribly good idea, because we're going down. And we're not going down to Funky Town. We're going down to Death Town. Wavy, wavy, wavy. After some odd undulation, it seems we are conscious. Is everyone alright? Yeah, but my ship. We have to land. It's too risky in this condition. Let's just land the ship. There we go, and as you can see, we can't actually get into the airship now. We have a castle, but I don't want it to go in there just yet, because I've got to cover some underworld enemies. The underworld is a place. The enemies here aren't actually that bad. They don't really do that much damage. Well, I say that now as Yang starts eating shit in front of me, but oddly enough, the enemies in the underground are actually quite a bit easier than the enemies you've probably encountered so far. Sure, they've got more health and maybe slightly higher attack power, but they're not in any obnoxious enemy formations that cast, a billion types of spells on you. As you can see, there's a lot of lava and a lot of armadillos as well. This place is very keen on its armadillos. So, can we do the row command? That would be great. Row your boat gently down the stream. So, we're going to be doing just a little bit more enemy fighting here and there. I'm just going to be using Prey for some healing and stuff because I'm not necessarily, willing to waste MP on these enemies quite yet. But I do want to go over what some of the common underground enemies are. Sid gained a level, Yang gained a level, and I think I'm going to fiddle around with the order of the party a bit more. Let's put Sid in the back row there so he doesn't do things. And as you can see, we can go up here, where those enemies, where the tanks were. Tanks and the airships. The birds and snakes and aeroplanes. Something rather. Actually, these things don't have that much HP at all, to be honest. Wow. I am quite impressed. And hey, a mithril shield. It's probably a really good thing I'm down here, then. Mithril shield... Oh, it's exactly the same as the, fire shield. Okay, well, what do you have? Mithril shield... Let's equip the mithril shield, just because we can. So as you can see, fighting enemies here actually comes with its own little advantages. I mean, there's lava everywhere, though, so that's not terribly pleasant. Might as well save over the previous file as well. So there we go. Yang had a bit more HP than last save. Sid did not. And now we are in the Dwarven Castle. Actually, I want to talk to the guards here, because we are introduced to King Guide wards this Druva... Never mind. Lolly-ho! Haha! Oh man, they're like Viking lumberjacks. With blackface. Don't know what that's about. But anyway, we can go around here to the items. And see what items they have. Tell you what, not that much to be honest. Not much in the way of useful stuff. 600 gil per night, will you be staying? Sure. Let's stay the night. I want to support the local business in the Dwarven Castle. I want to support them. I want to, you know, let's stimulate the economy by buying an American car. All set, and if we go over here, actually, 5,000 gil! 5,000 throat drops needed! Right now! Oh god, ow. That was, oh man. That was probably the most congested sounded. God, man. I don't know if I'm, like, getting a cold or something, but that's pretty heinous. I'm Luca. My doll has disappeared. Have you seen them? Well, I'm going to try to avoid making the Lucagen reference that everyone probably wants me to make. Okay, fine, I'll say it. My dolls. Welcome, you are. I'm King Guy, ruler of the underworld. State your business. We've come in search of the Dark Crystals. I see. You are like the others, but from what I've witnessed, I see you are not on their side. Where the Dark Crystals? Have they been taken? They've stripped us of... Hey, you. Reading the text. Stop doing that. Stop reading the text. You dyslexic asshole. Your crippling autism is getting in the way of you reading the text. Do you know why you read the text? It's because you have no real friends. All of your friends are in your head. How does that make you feel? Oh. We will do anything in our power to help you repair your airship. She won't last in the heat of this lava. Anyway, make temporary fixes for now. Then fly back up to the surface and gather me some mithril to armor her better. Why don't you just kill armadillos? Just relax. I'll be back before you know it. Sid's a tough old man. At least he admits he's old. Oh, Sid has left the party. This is not a blessing, this is a curse. In the safest place in the castle, hidden behind my throne. Huh! Exclamation mark! Someone is spying on us. Spa around here. Was that a little girl? Perhaps it was your imagination. I wish it were so, but I definitely sense a presence. Open the door. Yes, sire. Oh god. It's locked. Yip ho ho. Huh? Dolls? Oh. Well, I think we found Jonathan Colton's favorite, boss in the game. Actually, with the fact that he's describing a really creepy doll and stuff, I don't necessarily think he'd actually enjoy this. By the way, these are the next boss we're going to be fighting. They don't look tough. They're surely temple-ass faces, but guess who? Calcobrenas. We're cute, and we're scary. We love to kill. Let's take their heads. Yeah! A gift for Golbez! Yippee-ho! Spring break! Woo! What am I on? Ah, never mind. Right, these are the Calcobrenas. There's 3 Calcos and 3 Brinas. So, let's cast Protect first things first. This is a very annoying boss fight, partly due to the fact that this BGM forever loops. Yeah, it's annoying after a while. Much like me. Anyway, we're gonna be taking out these 3 Brinas up here. And the reason why I want to take out the Brinas is because they have the least amount of health. Therefore, it's the easiest to take them out. Except when shit like that happens. I'm pretty sure the Calcos have an auto-counter ability as well, so it's I don't know if taking them out in a certain sequence helps protect you or whatever, but I'm a little bit uncertain, and honestly, I just like taking out the red ones first. Anyway, oh god, it's huge! This is Calcabrenna, and it is the next boss, or the current boss, really. This thing packs a lot of health, and it deals a lot of damage. Like that, which is why I stocked up on so many items beforehand. Because this thing will shank you if you so much as look at it the wrong way. Calcabrenna is probably the hardest boss in the game. I'll go on a limb and say that. At least it's one of the hardest bosses for me to fight. I'm not necessarily sure if you guys have other bosses that may be troublesome and stuff. I know that some of you might have trouble against the final boss, or might have trouble against certain things like, I don't know, Steve, or James, or whatever the names of the elemental lords are and stuff. This thing, honestly, I will say that it's not as bad in the DS version. Somehow. How do you use sight? Does that do anything? No, it does not. And I'm pretty sure I can't scan this thing either. Because for some reason the bosses are really finicky with scanning them. So I don't know if it's possible to scan the bosses or not. I'm just gonna heal Cecil. And heal him more. Because Cecil is going to be the meat. He is going to be our tank for tanking tanks. Except when shit like that happens. As you can see, this boss has some nasty status problems as well. Okay, so we're gonna use Esuna to cure Paralyze. Even though I want to make a Queens of the Stone Age Lullabies to Paralyze reference there, I'm not going to do it. Though I kinda just inadvertently did it by mentioning it. Funny how that works, huh? Humor in this place, in this piece. Cura on Cecil again. Honestly, since Cecil can defend the other party members, it might actually be a feasible strategy to keep him alive and not really worry as much about the other party members. As mental as that sounds, I mean, that probably sounds like the stupidest thing since, Sliced... I don't know, something stupid. Can we raise his defense further with Protect? Protect! And Yang is, oh, never mind, doesn't matter. For some odd reason, in the practice run I had, it would constantly split back into the dolls and then rebuild itself at like full health. Don't know what I did differently that time, besides not fuck up, but received experience points, Cecil gained a level, Rosa gained a level, learned Blink! 182? Why was that easier at like a lower level or something? Big bully, but now Golbez knows about this place. He's gonna get ya, Sir Golbez! Huh?
Our paths cross again.
Golbez.
Hi there, Cecil. Right, so, really, I'm gonna tell you why I'm collecting the crystals. Because they're the keys to reactivating the Tower of Babel, which leads to the moon. And the moon is good, because the moon has a lot of cheese. And I really like cheese, that's the reason why I'm taking over the world. You've been a great aid to my quest, now prepare for your final reward.
Death at the hands of Doom. This is Golbez! We must fight him! Except we miss. Can we hit you with my punches?
Such is your power? I expected more.
Oh shit. Oh god. That gaze upon true terror line. That is just... Oh, man. I remember the first time I remember the first time I read that when I was playing this game. It had such an impact. And Kane's still alive for this cutscene? The Mist Dragon? Say what? Say what?
A dragon? The Shadow Dragon, destroyed by mist.
Are you okay? You can move now. That voice sounds suspiciously like the narrator.